Sup, my ghosts and ghoulies? This is Windglide Angel Dragon, and both a Q&A and a time to tell ghost stories. It's getting really close to Halloween, everyone, and the perfect music to tell a bit of a ghost story. Ghost stories. Anyway, I actually am looking up the stories right now, but these 4 haunting local ghost stories take place in a place known as Kirkville. And Kirksville is popular for multiple different reasons, but mostly its paranormal aspect. Okay, so this story, one of our first stories of the night, is called The Dybbuk Box. Let's see here. Maybe the most famous ghost story to feature Kirksville is the ghost box, or the Dybbuk Box. The original Dybbuk Box occurred surrounding a wine box. He bought it on eBay, and his family started experiencing not very normal phenomenon. His family started experiencing nightmares. They started smelling strange smells, and they had health problems. The Dybbuk Box came to Kirksville when Manus resold it on eBay to a Truman State University student. The student quickly grew tired of being haunted. It again to Jason Haxton, the director of a local museum. And he was a strong believer in the supernatural power of the box. And the effects that it had upon him was more powerful than anyone else's. He started to grow strange health problems, including head to toe welting. And he consulted Raptus on how to get rid of the Dybbuk Box, and even wrote a book about the box. He eventually claimed to have sealed it away in a hidden location in Kirksville. And sadly, he put an end to the Dybbuk Box scavenger haunting when he donated the box to the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, owned by Zach Baggins. Now the question is, do people who go to the place experience health issues when they're near the box? Or are there precautions put in place to keep the spirit of the box from harming people? There are several legends that arise around Kirksville, as well as multiple objects. Actually, you know what? Let's find something better. Because that is actually one thing that was good, but like, I read the others on the same page, and it just seems to circle back. So, let's see here if I can find something here. Ah, here's a good one. Um, it takes place in Alabama. In 1858, a steamboat known as the Elizabeth Battle set out on a cruise down the Tubengbe River, carrying 60 passengers and more than 1,200 bales of cotton from Columbus, Mississippi, down to Mobile, Alabama. But on March, an unseen cold night was the unforeseen circumstance of the boat catching fire. The 1,200 bales of cotton suddenly caught fire and quickly, and it is the greatest disaster in the river's history. The cause of the destruction of the boat had cost the lives of 33 passengers and crew dead. People claim that on brisk and chilly nights they occasionally see the burning Elizabeth Battle ship along the river, rising from the misty waters where it sank, trying to complete its journey to Mobile, Alabama. So, guys, in all honesty, what do you think of the song I've chosen? I think it fits quite well, to be honest. Hey, Quint. Welcome to the live stream. It adds that creepy effect, doesn't it? It's like, because it's both a Q&A live stream, but also a ghost story. It has like that ghost story vibe to it, like you'd hear on a couple things as well. Ooh, here's one that's interesting. This takes place in Alaska. At the height of the Klondike Gold Rush, a woman named Mary moved into the Golden North Hotel in Skagway with her fiance, a prospector named Klondike Ike. Before their marriage, Ike set off for the goldfields to make his fortune, but he never returned. Mary locked herself in their room and waited, her anxious anticipation of Ike's arrival turning to dread and despair. The innkeepers eventually broke down the door and found Mary dead in her wedding dress. Guests at the Golden North Hotel report that Scary Mary still roams the halls to this day, appearing over their beds at night to check that Ike isn't sleeping with anyone else. So, hey guys, you have any ghost stories that you'd like me to read? Or any stories that you would like to share to the Halloween festivities? And how was everybody's night tonight? Wow. There actually are quite a few creepy stories out there. And one actually takes place in Flagstaff, Arizona. The story is of the Hotel Monte Vista that opened along Route 66 in 1927. It often lodged the cast of Western films shot in nearby Sedona and Oak Creek Canyon, and reportedly houses a host of ghostly guests as well. In fact, John Wayne is reported to be one of the first ghost sightings in the late 1950s. Ever since, guests and staff have reported dozens of spirits stalking the halls, including that of a phantom bellboy who knocks on doors and then disappears. The eccentric specter of a boarder who liked to hang raw meat from the chandelier, and a 70s bank robber who succumbed from his gunshot wound over a celebratory post-heist drink at the hotel bar. These are all different things and reported hauntings in different areas of the world, of the United States. I'm sorry, not the world. So I actually find this quite interesting as well, because I'm thinking of actually doing a video where I talk about the history of Frankenstein and the true story behind Mary Shelley's book. But let that be in a different video, because this will actually be quite an interesting thought. Okay, so number 4 takes place in Arkansas. During the Civil War, Union General Frederick Steele commandeered the home of a mailman named Chidester to use as his headquarters during the Battle of Poison Spring. Chidester had been accused of espionage for turning over Union mail to the Confederate troops. To this day, bullet holes remain in an upstairs well of Chidester's home, where Union soldiers fired at random, hoping to hit the alleged spy as he hid in a small closet. Paranormal investigators say that his spirit remains in the location to this very day, turning up in photographs and appearing in EVPs, shouting "Get out" to unwanted visitors. The home stands today as a museum that you can actually see for yourself in tours. As you can see, Canal, this is actually one of the many things that can actually be done as well as research-wise. You look for a lot of different things, like historic facts on what houses were used as headquarters during the Civil War, how many deaths took place and everything, as well as even eyewitness accounts. That's what it's about to be a paranormal investigator: documentation and investigation. Ooh. Wow. I just found a prison story from Alcatraz Island. Alcatraz Island was the site of reputed hauntings long before hosting the famous prisons. Native American spirits roamed it now and then. But today, one of the most famous stories is of a prisoner from cell 14. The story goes that the prisoner spent the night in cell screaming that a creature with glowing eyes was trying to kill him. But the guards ignored him, and the next day they found the prisoner struggled to death. With strange wounds, doctors said could not have been self-inflicted. So what do you think it may have been that he had ended by? I honestly think that it may have been some kind of demon that existed long before the prison sat there. Hey, should I actually make this into like a series where I tell different ghost stories? Or, or should I actually do like a whole bunch of ghost story readings today? Or, I mean tonight. It's about almost 7 o'clock. I think it's about 6:58. And I am expecting a few more people to actually come join as well. And I'm going to try to run this live stream for about 5 hours this time, breaking the record of the last one. Golden, Colorado. Buffalo Roll. Well. Okay. Oh my, guys. I just found the names of Ed and Lauren Warren, the investigators who had died. The ones that I mentioned before, where Ed ended up possessed. They both ended up dying, I believe. Or, wait, am I right about that? Let's see here. Because I know that there is a story about the murder house that was the building that Ghost Adventures had demolished. But here's an interesting story out of Connecticut. And it's the story of Annabelle, the Raggedy Ann doll. In 1970, famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were called to combat the spirit of Annabelle, a demonic presence attached to a giant Raggedy Ann doll. For weeks, the doll had freaked out its owner, Donna, moving from room to room, leaving handwritten notes, and even attacking a friend who suggested Donna get rid of the Raggedy Ann doll, as it was choking him in his sleep. It was finally then that a priest was called in to exorcise the doll, and the Warrens locked it away in a special case designed to check its malevolent influence. But even that wasn't enough to save one brash visitor from the Warrens Hotel, who reportedly taunted the doll and died in a motorcycle accident on the way home. Now that's actually very scary, because reportedly you could actually investigate the Raggedy Ann doll known as Annabelle and actually get EVPs and even go back and forth near the doll. Let's see here. Actually, I wonder. That's bizarre, huh? No, I'm trying to find one that is actually pretty good for reading. And I actually believe I may have found one. It takes place in Hawaii. And it's a story that originally starts as a legend. According to legend, the fire goddess Pele and the hog-faced demigod named Kamapua had a star-crossed love affair. The lovers were elemental opposites. Pele's lava flows brought flame and destruction, while Kamapua rained vegetation and animal life. Ultimately, they decided to part forever, with Pele claiming one side of Oahu for fire, and Kamapua retreating to the other side where all is wet and lush. Today, Hawaiian motorists are careful never to drive with pork in their car along the old Pali Highway, which crosses Oahu. According to legend, carrying pork representing hog-faced Kamapua over to teach her spirit revenge by making the car stall until the driver throws the pork out the window. Now that is actually a very so actually let's get to Q&A. Or unless you guys actually have any stories that you might want to share, can those stories, you're welcome to share that with us too. Let me see if I can find a better song here, because I actually downloaded 2 scary songs initially for Ghost Story Time. But let's go with a little bit something interesting. Commercials, gotta love them, right? Or at the same time, we can actually resume with as well. Sorry, I need to. I guess the voice got me. In the immortal words of the Team Fortress 2, let's do it! Let's begin, guys. And for the YouTube community, this song is Laserhawk, King of the Streets. I believe that this isn't copyrighted, but I'm not sure because Laserhawk is a creator, so I'm not sure if it's going to be copyrighted or not. But it shouldn't be copyrighted by any major record companies. Initially, I was thinking of putting these on, but someone actually did bring up a good point. Wearing sunglasses can actually cause you to become blind when you wear them at night. So let's go on. Ooh, there we go. It's going to be a sky realm that I was taking to in my sleep. Laserhawk. All right. There we go. I'm nice and ready to continue the live stream. But yeah, the Robert the Doll thing out of Florida had the same instance where if people didn't believe haunt the doll, that they also got hurt as well. They got misfortune and bad luck from messing with it. So I guess is possession and curse of bad luck. So, yeah. Okay, I'm ready to continue on reading stories and everything. As I stated, I was in bed, then I feel like I'm being pulled up. Everything was black, then as if a bright light was being shown at me. A bright blue sky full of clouds formed with no planet below. here, that kind of sounds like a description of Cloud Terrace. I mean, I know that this is like actual, these are descriptions and telling of visions as well. And it's vivid dreams are often actually have a meaning to them. And there are different symbols that represent things in them. But cloud is what I'm actually seeing here. You know, kind of like from the Stormhawks. But I wonder if what you're seeing is kind of like a representation of a possible, like, another plane of existence, a different world that you're able to see through the dreamscapes. My apologies. Let me get something to wake up. I felt no danger. Everything was peaceful. A female dragon of white and gold fur approached me. She takes me under her wing. She was soft and very gentle. Let's see, the dragon can represent a protective individual, a nurturing, like a spirit of protection and motherly guidance. Whew, wow. Talk about the power of spice when it comes to waking up, though. I'm actually using hot sauce to stay awake. I don't have any energy drink or anything like that, but never an hour of spice. And here's the best news, guys. With this live stream, I'm actually off tomorrow. So I actually have plenty of time and everything to be able to stay awake without having to worry about in the morning and everything. So I'll actually be able to do a lot more ghost stories, as well as answer questions and hear jokes. that people have to say. Man, this music is amazing. Oh my gosh. She shows me around the sky realm. Dragons are everywhere. The structures were made of clouds. Then she takes me through a cloud, and now the earth is there. Cool. Ooh, haunting. Hey, how does this feel? Of some kind. And, well, by a playground that children were playing at, not familiar to me, I could feel it radiating from her. Okay, let's see how this looks with that. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. That filter looks so creepy, man. Let's see, actually, you know what would actually make an amazing display, or actually something? Let's try, like, black and white. Like, silver. I think I'm actually gonna do, like, the Hollywood, well, not the Hollywood, but the, Halloween videos using this filter because it adds that older, like, spooky, old Halloween film effect to it. Woo! Sorry for messing with the filters, Kano. Cool for some live streams because I love the YTFF one for like the live YouTube Fan Fest look, because it has the frame around it as well that makes it kind of look like you're on a television show kind of appearance. See? But the silver screen one makes it look like an old scary horror film from the back in the day. So, which one do you like better, this one or the silver screen? Because, I mean, I like both of them, but I'm not sure which one would be better for like October and Halloween. I mean, the haunting one, it wasn't really visible. So, see, I mean, Sepia is pretty good, but a very, too bright of a gray, you know? That looks pretty cool, actually. That actually cool. Wow. This looks kind of like one of those old-fashioned things for like silent film type picture, you know? That is actually cool. Look at the effect it gives the static. Welcome to the Q&A and ghost story. I said 7 o'clock p.m. earlier on, but welcome to the live stream. Right now we're kind of messing around with the filters. Let's get back to the really creepy music. I remember right, it should... You know, actually, this filter looks like the perfect filter for ghost stories and stuff. And I actually found a website where I could actually read up on different ghost stories and stuff that take place around different parts of the United States. Here's a good one. Let's see here. But first, let's finish with your story, if you want, Canal. Interrupt really like that. So, yeah. Let's turn off the light. Yeah. Real quick. I'm gonna off the Bluetooth. Ow, 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 that hurts. Ah. I don't know what just happened, but damn. Okay. Lunch will be here at 7:30 then. And I actually have a few ideas where I'm gonna tell. And I actually have a few ideas where I'm gonna tell ghost stories. Uh, uh, Canel was here for a couple. And you asked the dragon for her name, and she said her name was Amelia. Wait a sec. Anybody ever heard of the theory of resurrection? I mean, what if this place that you saw, Canal, in your is actually the place where that's like a veil between this world and the spirit world? Like, if that dragon that you saw was actually of Amelia Earhart, but as a dragon. Okay, on to the next ghost story. This one takes place in Idaho. When it comes to abandoned buildings, penitentiaries rank only slightly behind psychiatric hospitals in creep factors. And the old Idaho Penitentiary may be one of the country's creepiest penitentiaries. Between 1872 and 1973, the Boise prison served as a temporary home to 13,000 prisoners, including Raymond Allen Snowden, known as Idaho's... Oh, thank you for that, Bob Harris. But yeah, as I was saying, Raymond Allen Snowden, aka Idaho's Jack the Ripper. Some believe he still haunts what is known as the Five House, where the prison's gallows were located. On October 18th, 1957, Snowden was brought here to be executed, but the noose that should have broken his neck didn't, and it took him 15 minutes to suffocate. In the years since then, visitors to the old Idaho Penitentiary report strange happenings in Five House and other areas of the former prison, such as hearing odd and voices and being overcome by strange feelings of sadness. The prison is open to the public year-round for paranormal enthusiasts who want to test their mettle. So that's actually a very scary convenience there. No, not that. Ooh. Indiana. There we go. Yeah, what do you expect, Sam Squanch? Close to Halloween. It's the best time ever to start doing ghost stories. Interesting. No, not that one. Here's a good one. Louisiana. My cross is over here. Ghost stole it. Okay, in Louisiana, Cajun communities have explanation for sleep paralysis. It's called Kalshimar, a species of nighttime witch that immobilizes sleepers and rides them like horses. Some say the Kalshimar comes to those who forget to say their prayers before going to bed. Its unfortunate victims lie awake, unable to move, as the Kashmar presses down on their cheeks, and no matter how much they cry out, their screams catch at their throat, and some have reported waking up with marks on their bodies from bridles and whips that the Kashmar uses to mount and ride sleepers. Beware, talking about Kashmar increases the likelihood it will visit you tonight. But who knows? Maybe those actually listening to the ghost stories will be visited by the Koshamar. Guys, you should have Richard listen to it. Let's see. Number 20, Maryland. Thick with a thick sized swamp a black river, the Kokomo on Maryland's eastern shore has birthed several ghostly legends. Folks a teenage into the forest but ran out of gas. The boyfriend went to go get help, and the girlfriend was awoken in the middle of the night by scratching sounds on the roof of the car. In the morning, her boyfriend hanging upside down and his fingernails trailing on the metal. In another tale, a cop in a car heard a radio report of a escaped killer with a hook for right hand. The girl noticed a sound inside the car. When she opened the door, a hook was hanging from the handle. Locals also talk about fireballs, earths, and a six-fingered sea captain who kills his wife and rescued child in the forest. The baby's wails still echo through the trees. Let me see if I can fix that by going to the normal filter. But that black and white filter definitely does the trick for ghost hunting and stuff. Like ghost stories, just everything. Let's see here. I need to wake up some more. Never doubt the power of spice, dude. More powerful than coffee and definitely wakes you up. Whew! That's the power of Louisiana peppers right there. Damn. Let's see. Ooh, another story in Massachusetts. Actually, it's a story about Minot's Ledge, a tiny outcropping of rock rising from the sea a mile off the coast of Cohasset? It's, let's see here. How do I even say this? Cohasset. But apparently it's a shore town. Useless. But anyway, the ledge was a ruthless destroyer of ships and sailors between 1695 to 1754. The ledge sank 80 ships and drowned over 400 men. But no one knew how to build a lighthouse on such a perilous sliver of rock in the middle of the sea. But in 1850, Massachusetts erected a small granite beacon tower on 9 cement pylons grounded on the ledge. 1 year later, a furious nor'easter hit and set the tower swaying. During a lull in the storm, the lighthouse keeper rowed out to the mainland, leaving his 2 assistants to man the beacon. All night, townspeople on the shore heard the lighthouse bell ringing furiously, perhaps as a final goodbye from the assistants. In the morning, the tower was gone, toppled into the sea, and the assistants' bodies washed up days later. Passing fishermen say they can still hear ghosts crying for help. Dude, just imagine having to stay on the lighthouse during a dangerous storm and having to be there in case any ships come. That is a scary thought, guys. I can't imagine actually being in the middle of nowhere trying to keep people from crashing, you know? Ooh. No, that one's not scary enough. Heard that one. Okay. Meh. But guys, let's get to the Q&A. And we'll actually do where you can actually ask questions about the paranormal, or you can ask pretty much any question as long as it stays safe for work. And as long as it does not break YouTube guidelines. And actually, I'm going to go back to the good music. Ah, darn. Well, that's sad. Okay, so I'm going to go actually with this. Go back to using the CD player again. What happened earlier when I got in trouble? Basically that one, hold in the office, them to actually show me the on what I can get, suspension without actually even getting a write-up. And they were accusing me of insubordination, even though I didn't do anything to anger them or upset them today. But they believe that anything where you actually don't follow their instructions to the letter or don't do what they say is insubordination. Or if I even talk too much and they tell me to shut up and I don't shut up, insubordination. So it's like, exactly what do I do to actually even appease them if there's literally no reason for them to treat me like this? You know? Oh, and hey, Richard. But yeah, when John told me in the office, he actually said that if I had to be pulled in the office one more time, work, and it will literally be like one paperwork, and I will be suspended for a whole week pending investigation with possibility of separation of employment. That's what he was telling me. Oh, and I need to actually turn off the engine here because I'm low on gas. So, yeah. And I can't fill up until tomorrow. Oh, my back and everything. Wait a sec. Hey, guys. There's a fries truck in the Walmart parking lot. I literally just saw a fries truck pass by. It's in the parking lot. I'm not kidding you at all. Welcome back. Or welcome to any newcomers to the October 21st Q&A, as well as ghost stories moment. I will actually be doing a Halloween special where I'm going to do different things where I actually read ghost stories and everything, as well as ghost stories provided by those in the live stream. But here's the thing. They have got to be scary. That's the plus side. If it's Halloween, it's got to be scary. What the heck was that? See? Isn't that ridiculous, guys? That's literally a fries truck in the parking lot. Welcome back, Hanel. But yeah, I was literally just pointing out the fact that there's a truck in a Walmart parking lot. I guess we now know what happens to a lot of our orders that we really need in. Oh, jeez. Open your blasted water bottle. Excuse me. All right. Hasn't even been a full hour yet, but I actually need to go because nature is calling right now. But I will be back as soon as I'm done with that. Zoom the live stream there. Um, guys, I will literally be back, and hope you guys join me when I get back in about maybe 15-20 minutes.